Yeah, been wanting to make this video because we're not going to talk about the standard general symptoms of a spiritual person. Oh, you're like at peace, you're relaxed, and you love people, like all that, right? What are some qualities that aren't usually talked about much? Because I like, then I have energy to like make a video. I don't want to just rehash the same things that I've already, you know, that are said over and over again, even though I'm not dismissing them, they're true, but it's like, how many times you got to keep saying the same thing, you know? Even though most of my videos I'm saying the same thing, but it's like I have my own style, and I try to say it, touch on different angles, because somebody might hear something and be like, yeah, I got it. I'll be like, but I'm always saying that. But see, I said it in a certain way that time, and then that was the combination to unlock their peculiar, you know, code, and they're safe, and then it's, you see, and so that's why I do that. All right, one main quality, and it's super underrated. Actually, all these are these 5 things. Is flexibility. A person who they don't know how, you don't know how you're going to act. If you're grounded inside, you don't know how you're going to act. You don't know. You might have to fight. You might have to throw down. You might have to cuss somebody out. You might I want to make sure a bug didn't go in my shoe. You might have to, I mean, you probably won't, but I'm just saying, you're down. Like, you don't know. There might be somebody who, this is the thing, you could be in 2 different situations. Both situations, let's say the person's acting like, they're like just cutting you up. They're just being very mean or hateful, right? One person, let's say one of those people, let's say they're the same gender, right? If they're a girl and you're a guy, then you might have ulterior motives why you're not being mean. So let's try to remove all the variables that the mind likes to play with. Let's say somebody, so they're being mean, right? The first person that's like being mean, you might feel, just automatically you feel compassion. You're not practicing the spiritual principle. That won't work. Yeah, the person can beat that. They can say something that your practice will go out the window. If God sends the right person. Nobody is exempt from what life can do. If you're in a human form, you're not exempt. No, but my master, he never gets mad. Yeah, let life give him the right situation. Okay. It's only by his destiny, maybe he didn't get the right situation yet. But life will get you if it wants to get you. So one person is acting crazy. And now, you're not demonstrating your compassion, though. Oh, I'm going to pray for you. No, it's just in your heart, you somehow see their suffering. Maybe it reminds you of your past. When you were suffering, he's exhibiting similar symptoms. And so that's being processed while he's acting crazy. But you'll still respond how you're supposed to respond. You're not going to like sit there and let them just beat you down, unless that's your destiny. Like you're I forgot the word in Sanskrit. They never fight no matter what. They could be killing their family and they won't fight. Yeah, it's a little rare, but those lineages exist. So you'll still take appropriate action, but it won't be motivated by like resentment or like, I want to make him pay. It just won't. Your energy is different, okay? Now, the other person that's acting mean, let's say another time, maybe the life force flows different. Maybe you're being used now as a karmic instrument. Maybe you'll, like, what are you talking about, man? You're talking stupid. Like, go take some Xanax and chill, like, 'cause you're talking stupid. Maybe you'll be a little more, your fire element will come out more. The other situation, your water element will come out. We don't know. If everybody was just extra passive all the time, nobody would grow or learn anything. Sometimes people, they need some fire to like dissolve that dross that's like blocking them from being able to do introspection and see how their actions affect others. So then God says, okay, this person's going to let you know, and it can work like that. But even then, you won't be taking it personal. If you're blasting them, you're not like enjoying that you're blasting them. Yeah, I really got him. No, it's just more like that's how it's flowing. So I wanted to give those two examples about flexibility, because I think that drives home the point. All right, I wrote them down, all of them. Okay, spiritual don't care. I remember this girl, I don't think she makes videos anymore, but they'd mess with her in the comments, and she'd say, yeah, and here's a big spiritual FU, because she didn't like all the sticky stuff that's nowadays is in spirituality, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna love you and pray for you and all that stuff that I also make fun of. So that's why I kind of bonded with her. I liked her. So a spiritual don't care. It's not like you're cynical. It's not apathetic. You're like, you just like, somebody's dying in front of you, I don't care, man, whatever, I'm dying too. It's not like that. It's or if somebody's talking about the sad state the world's in. You see how a lot of people like that conversation, because it like vivifies with their own negativity. So then it's used as a very clever unconscious justification to continue this heaviness that they feel inside, and this negativity. It's like, no, but look, the whole world, like, it sucks, and look how stupid the presidents are. I think that's funny, don't you? I just fast forwarded through, I can't sit there for an hour and a half. The debate between the two. Yeah, it reminds me of me as a teen. That's how I would talk also. Maybe it still come out sometimes, whatever. I'm not, spiritual don't care, exactly. So people start focusing on these things, or look at the wars, or look at the, I don't know, the ozone layer, like whatever. You can think of a million things. So when you have some trust in this intelligence that created everything and sustains everything, and you've transcended this deep identity of believing that you're just this little body, and this planet, this is your home, and you're gonna live for 70, 80 years or less or more, and like, oh my God, like, if you think that's all there is, yeah, you're gonna be messed up. You're gonna take everything serious and personal, and then get mad if others don't jump on this illusion wagon with you. But when you see through that stuff, you see, everything's paradoxical. The real truth, the real balance is paradoxical. You don't sweat it. You don't trip if there was an asteroid. I like those movies when they were like, an asteroid was coming and they only got 24 hours, and it shows like what everybody, they act nicer. So see, maybe that was good. See, the universe has its own reasons for creating cataclysms and stuff. It's not just like bad luck. And then consciousness will go to another plane and continue, and the show goes on. So when something realizes and recognizes that inside, not mental belief, because people leave comments, say, well, how do you know, or prove it? I said, no, man, you're going to know this for your own self at some point. So if you know that, then, I don't know, you don't mind. Like, okay, yeah, but look, they're killing everybody. Yeah, this is it's like, yeah, this is what they do on this plane. Like, yeah, this is what they do. But if the life force moves you to like help somehow, or if you're in a real-time situation where you're seeing that, then yeah, you take care of it as best as you can. You see, it's both. You care, but you don't care. On a deeper level, you don't care. On level of existence and physical form, then you care. So that's what I'm trying to say. What's number 3? Okay, this is kind of the same thing. It's like you're not attached. Okay, let's give a good example. Relationships, right? So you're in a relationship with somebody, and then it ends. But let's say this was one of your karmic soulmates. You guys were like, you had mental affinity, psychological parity, emotional matching, spiritual matching. You're both attracted to each other. Sexual energies were compatible. Let's say you had all that. Then it ends. Maybe one of them dies. Maybe one of them, worse than that, they go, destiny had him find somebody else or something. Or you caught him with somebody, something. What do you think? You think the non-duals are just gonna, well, relationship really didn't exist. Well, actually, most of them, I don't think they've been in a real relationship. They talk different. And again, I'm talking about the smaller percent of the non-dual hype. Actually, I'm being modest when I say small percent. But so, if you're in a situation where your hearts were merged, and then it ends, yeah, man, you're gonna go through a detox. You're just gonna. I was talking to a brother doing a session on the phone, and he had his first love, and man, it's just really, they got kids, and it's just breaking them down. He's like, when's this gonna end? Like, it's like, there's no technique for that. That is like special prescribed bitter medicine. Those situations, see. At the same time, he recognized and knows on a deeper level that, like, you know what, this is like, has to be like this. She has certain, issues. So does he. Like, it's cool. He's not like trying to be higher, and he saw after some time how the compatibility wasn't there. So then she found somebody. Now the issues, what do they call that? I know the word, where the sickness attracts each other. Something bonds. Hey, you guys know, I know you do. Trauma bonds, see, I know too. So she found somebody where that was more compatible. He knows all this, you see? So he's demonstrating this principle I'm trying to talk about right now, which is you're not attached. Like, you're not, yeah, there's some attachment, but you're not like taking it so serious. You're not identified with the attachment. You still feel very deeply. That's the paradox. You don't get so attached, but yet you still feel very deeply. Yeah, welcome to human existence. If you don't, I was gonna say, if you don't feel that, you're not doing, but actually you're lying to yourself. Again, if life gives you the right situation, you're gonna feel that. You can deny it if you want, but you're gonna feel that. Or you can, some have the ability, they're so scared of feeling pain, they can actually block it out of their consciousness and probably imagine that they don't feel anything. But still, life is gonna prescribe something at some point to where you're gonna have to feel it. So that's balance. That's balance. You're not so attached, you're not trying to like, I gotta save the relationship no matter what. If somebody has to die, okay, but I need to say, no, you're not like that. You're like, you know what, this is for the best. You just know it, it's for the best. I went through that too, a couple times, that's how I know. At the same time though, there can be a very strong emotional detox. And anger, and you gotta go through the grief process. Don't fight that. Don't think, oh, but if I was more spiritual, no, you're playing in a human form. Consciousness has stepped down itself tremendously. So you're gonna feel this. Number 4, don't be afraid to express yourself, emotionally or verbally. If somebody's doing something that's just stupid, well, if you can walk away, this is what I do. I'd walk away. I'm not in those situations much. If I'm in a situation, like if I'm at the store and some customers, I'm in line and I'm hearing them talk their nonsense, I'm not gonna like turn around and be like, look, man, just like, that's stupid talk. Like, don't, Can you like raise the vibration? Because I'm like standing here. No, I'll just let them like whatever. I don't care. Now, if I'm living with the people, or if they're like a significant other, or if they're a friend who I'm choosing to spend personal time with, oh well, we're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to call that out. I had a friend for 30 some years, and we were working on this little business thing together, and he decided in the middle of it, like, no, I don't want to do it. I said, that's cool, man, but you need to like finish this because, no, I don't know. And he gave a bunch of excuses. So I said, okay, cool. Like, we're done. There's certain points where you cross the line, like, we're done. And then he writes, like, I don't know, 6 months later, pretends like everything's okay. Yeah, that's easy to do when you're on that side of it. Hey, man, like, everything's cool. Like, what's the problem? So now, man, we got karma. Got to fix that karma, handle that before, what do you think? Like, that's there. It doesn't matter if he writes 10 years from now, same thing. We got to fix the karma. So you don't want to walk around suppressed. When you feel in your heart something needs to be discussed, you need to discuss it. Otherwise, you're like, it's coming out of your energetic pores somehow. Like the energy's not flowing, it's blocked because you're not saying what you want to say. And you're not using, and don't use spiritual justification. Like, no, but it's not really, this is just low level stuff. I shouldn't talk about that because I'm spiritual. See how the mind will use spiritual justification to keep you from like doing what you're supposed to do? Yeah, catch that. So somebody who's more solid and centered, they don't do that. They'll say it. Oh, but what if I hurt their feelings? Maybe their feelings need to be hurt. You see? You let intuition operate through you. Damn, this video's getting long. Number 5. All right, we're on 5. You're sensitive to other people's state. I made that video, like we're always in telepathic communication with each other. That starts to increase. The more you know yourself, you know everybody else. We're all the same. The form that maybe some people's issues take, and that can change, but the actual energetic patterns that create these forms of like suppression or stupid behavior, like you know what that is. You know the ego because you knew it in yourself, so you automatically know it in others. So when somebody's doing something that you can just feel that's not so, it's a bit imbalanced. It's not that you self-talk. You don't self-talk and say, oh, they're so stupid and they're not spiritual and they need to pay me, a few $100s and take my course. No, you don't. It's more like you just see it without the self-talk, without the judgment. You just see it. You see it. And then you let the moment dictate if anything like needs to be done or not done. And that depends more on if the person is close with you or not too. But just in general, when you're walking down the street, Jesus, it's hot. You're just like seeing everything. You're picking up all those impressions. That's automatic when you start to get more self-aware. All right, we're gonna cut it because I want to make one more video before it's like super hot. All right, I'll see you.